Hi and welcome back to Malt Miller HQ. We're sat around the table again. We're going to have a chat about what we've done for the past couple of weeks, what we're doing right now, and what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. Where do we start, James?
Well, I think probably a good place to start is let's have a little bit of a reflect on some stuff that we've been up to. And I think something that you should probably give us an update on is the new yeast product that we've got, Rob.
Yeah, yeast is my thing for this quarter, so
Yeah.
I'm really into this. And actually, it's gone fantastic with Brew Labs. Their service to us has been absolutely awesome, and in turn, we've been able to give some fantastic service out to our customers in the education and knowledge that we are gaining ourselves actually and imparting to our customers.
Yeah, the video that you and I did on how to use the slopes from Brew Labs was really well received.
Yeah.
We've got some awesome commentary as well from customers and some questions,
Yeah.
which I'll put a link in the description for the video, but we've actually gone to Brew Labs with a load of the questions that we were asked and got their responses. It's all comprised into a blog post that customers can read through and continue that journey.
The really important thing about this is it doesn't stop here, so it's a constant.
Just the beginning.
Yeah, it's just the beginning. So we can. It's a project that will just keep on going, and we'll just keep on adding more and more educational material into that. It's fantastic. James, your 5-litre brew kits. We've really enjoyed doing those.
It's been great, hasn't it, Rob?
It's good fun.
The film that we put together in my kitchen, because yours is a bit of a building site at the moment.
Yes, it is.
That was really good fun. Really good fun. What's awesome about this project, the Kitchen Brewer range, is that we've got customers that use us for various different size batches already, 1 gallon all the way up to, you know,
Whatever.
Yeah. What we've never really done is catered for that market. So
Giving it a focus.
yeah, pulled our own recipes together, and the recipes in the range are based on some of our best-selling all-grain recipe kits already. Some of them have had a few tweaks to suit the smaller scale, but it's all about giving people a platform where they can just jump in and buy a kit and, you know, get on with it.
It just makes it much more accessible. So it also makes it a great gift item. So you could buy it for someone who loves beer. You could buy it for friends, family, and you can actually brew it quite simply in the kitchen with equipment you've already got, or with the equipment bundle, purely just by following the video you guys put together.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Classic Sunday morning brew, and lots of variety.
Yeah.
Because it's so small, you don't have to stick to one type. You can have 2 or 3 on the go.
Yeah, get a couple
Which
of
is great.
fermenters and build up a bit of a stock.
Yeah, do 1 a week, and then sort of just keep mixing up what you're drinking, which is nice.
Rob, you've also had a new can seamer come in, haven't you? So that's now 2 in the range.
I know. Yeah, it is. So
Calling can seamer Rob.
It's another exciting project. You know, it's been the original can seamer, the one that you pull the lever and lift the can up. Really good product.
Good
been
kit.
brilliantly received in the market. So we decided to introduce what we're calling the automatic one. So it picks the can up and pushes it into the top chuck. But actually, more importantly than that, the can doesn't spin. So the actual seaming head spins around the can rather than spinning the actual can itself. So you get less oxygen pickup. So actually, the sales of those have been really successful. Reorder in place. So yeah, it's really
Nice.
I mean, that's almost like a professional can line that you've seen somewhere like Budvar that we saw.
Yeah.
Where the can stays stationary and the head's doing all the work.
Exactly that. Yeah. No, it's a really cool product. Really well received.
And it works with our entire range of cans.
Yeah.
So we've got complete solutions. You know, you pair it with a duo filler, and you're seriously going to be motoring through canning some beer at home, aren't you?
And we're already seeing that now as well with some of the competitions, where you know a decent amount of the entries are in cans, and yeah, it's good.
Well, the winner of our meantime competition last year was a can.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. There's nothing cooler than having a can of your own homebrew, giving it to a mate, and they're cracking open a can. It's got that professional edge about it, and ultimate cool beer geek points. Just awesome. Love it.
Handy
Speaking
to
of
say to
cool,
us.
having a competition with your mate where you're going to teach him how to brew beer, that has been one of the fun things I've had.
Let's
in
get the
last-
boxing ring out.
Yeah, okay. Look, Breaky, we've literally just had round 1, okay? And right now I am...
Leonard?
No, I'm ahead of you
Oh, no.
Yeah, I
Not a
hit all my
chance.
numbers. You didn't.
Numbers,
I'm
mumbers.
3 litres short.
Mumbers,
Come on, you
mumbers.
two.
So, hey, look, the real test is going to be when we give this beer to Joe, Rob, and some of the team here at the Malt Miller, and they do a blind taste
Yeah,
test to see
yeah.
which one comes out on top. And you are going down.
Will it be in a can?
Oh, yes. Will it be in a can?
No, it'll be in the glass, fresh from a keg, and there will be James sitting with his little box of tissues, crying in the corner.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
I'm going to teach you a lesson for once in my life.
So the whole premise of this video is actually brewing a really high quality beer for £1 under £1.50 a pint.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, there is a serious side to it. We wanted to show that you can brew by actually planning and actually thinking about your recipe in advance, not literally saying, I'm going to buy all this and I'm just going to throw all that at it. The planning part is really the important part, and then actually, hopefully, you get a really good beer out at the end.
I thought
£1.50 a pint as
well,
well.
this is what I was just about to say.
That's-
Actually,
That's pretty awesome.
so I thought it was quite brave of you. In fact, I thought it was very brave of you because actually you could have gone for a more basic beer style and said, right, I'm going to do it for 80 pence a pint. But actually, no, because a lot of people are brewing hazy IPAs, and you know they tend to be more expensive to brew. So that's the style that you've chosen. I think that's a really brave thing to do. I'm really looking forward to trying the winning beer, or at least being
I'm
part
sure you'll-
of choosing the
Part
winning
two.
beer.
I'm sure you're going to love my beer. Yeah, the winning beer, yeah.
Come on.
Blind
come on.
tasting.
But on a serious note, you know, Reiki and I did toy with like, how are we gonna, what style are we gonna go for? How can we really push ourselves? And having an IPA rather than a pale ale means that we had to really be considerate about our malt bill. We had to be purposeful about the hops we were going to use, and not the amount of hops we were going to use, but how we were going to get the best out of those hops.
Yeah, sure.
And I think that's the really distinguishing thing between the two recipes. We're both going down different routes to try and get the most from those hops. So it's going to be really interesting. You know, all jokes aside, an awesome experiment into homebrewing for, you know, the modern times, I guess.
Talking of IPAs, I was amazed by the lack of IPAs in the Best of Show for
Yes.
the National Homebrew Competition,
Yeah.
which has just been. You know, quite often there's an IPA up there somewhere. Actually, I think in the Best of Show there wasn't a single IPA. It was all quite difficult to brew beer.
Yeah.
Not that IPA is not difficult to brew, but you know, some of the more complex styles of beer.
Actually, the simpler recipes, but that involve far more dialing in of technique and skill.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I think out of the top three, two of them were lager styles.
Yeah.
And I think one was a wheat beer, I think.
Yeah, there was, yeah.
Yeah, and really tricky beers to nail down. So awesome to see them there.
Yeah.
Actually, we should take
We
a
do.
moment to
Do
congratulate
shout out, yeah.
Richard Williams for winning Best in Show with his lager, his German style Hellers. Richard's a friend of Malt Miller. You know, he runs the Dudes Brews YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We've spent a lot of time with him at various different shows and stuff. He's actually been really generous and given us the recipe for his winning beer, and that's going to be live on the website in probably about the next week or so.
Yeah.
So that everybody at home can actually have a go at replicating an
yeah.
award-winning beer.
Yeah.
Has he given some really good tips as well about how he actually brewed that beer?
Yeah, well, there's things like the water chemistry he's
Yeah.
provided, a really detailed understanding about the process that he went through on brew day. And Richard's really approachable. If there's ever any questions we need from him, he'll be happy to answer. And I'm sure anybody brewing his recipe at home, if they've got a question, they just hit him up on socials and he'll be able to answer away. We've got something coming out with Richard as well in a couple of weeks on his YouTube channel. He wanted to do something with the new Bathhouse hop products, so the flowable products and the pure hop pellets. Off the back of BrewCon last year, actually.
Yeah.
So he had some samples. He was kind of thinking about how to best use them. He reached out to me and us here, and there's an interesting video coming out on his channel. I think it's either this weekend or next weekend. And again, we're gonna have the recipe for that beer available on the website as well.
Yeah.
And it's a massive hop bomb, taking inspiration from the Alchemist's Focal Banger. but with a spin on it using the kind of new flowable hop products.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be really good.
Yeah. Reiki, we've just had a new product go live in the last few days from our friends at Still Spirits. Give us an update on that.
Yeah, we've had the Air Still Pro Land, which is a really, really exciting product. Now, look, the first things first is distilling at home. You should always check on what the legalities are where you're based. So here in the UK, it's not legal to distill at home unless you've got a license. So that's something you need to bear in mind. But this new product, it combines a pot still and a column still in one product. You're not having to use water with it as well. So it's really small, it's really compact, and it's really easy to use for those people who can distill with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's no bigger than like a sort of coffee machine or
yeah,
food mixer,
yeah.
or is
Yeah.
it? It's really quiet. Yeah, it's an impressive bit of kit.
It's really quiet, really nice, easy to use, and they've got some really good videos of showing how to actually use it.
We've been talking to them about this product for ages and ages, and to see it actually come out and to speak to them about it and what it can actually do it's absolutely fantastic.
And what I love about the design of the product as well is that Still Spirits have looked at it because they've been doing air stills for a number of years.
Yeah.
And the big difference on this unit is the head unit
Yeah.
that attaches onto the sort of heating chamber. It's backwards compatible.
Yeah.
So you can actually buy the head unit separate to the sort of heating vessel. So you can upgrade your existing air still if you've already got one, which again I think that's fantastic compatibility.
The quality of the product is really, really good as well. I mean, every bit that you can take off or touch, it's just got that really high quality feeling about it. It's actually some real thought has gone, a massive amount of development time has gone into it.
I mean, for those customers out there who are distilling, it's the combination of the two types of products you can already buy in such a small package.
Yeah.
I mean, some people want the ability to do that really pure, clean alcohol that you do with a column still, or some people want that more control over the flavour by using a pot still like the Alembic. So to have this all in such a small package, fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a big product release, and it's a big product release for them.
So, Rob, we've got some new fermenters arriving this week.
Yep, all on the website at the moment. Stock arrives as of more or less now.
Yep.
They're the Fermenter King range of plastic fermenters. What you can do with them is basically pressure ferment. Some of them are true unitanks, so that you can dump the trub. Other of them are the snub nose variety, so you can't dump the trub, but they come with the floating board, so that you can take beer off the top of the trub. Whichever one you choose, you're getting the highest quality of that variety of fermenter. You know, to be able to have a true unitank and to be able to pressure ferment at the cost point that we're bringing them in at is absolutely incredible. I mean, for less than the price of a corny keg.
I know, I was really surprised when we were looking through it and you were getting all the products lined up for the website. I couldn't believe the price point of them. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
And like you said, the quality of them is exceptional for the price point they're at.
And these are all from Keg King.
Right, so Keg King, Australian company, Bevy are the distributor in the UK and Europe actually for Keg King. So yeah, we're purchasing from Bevy, and
Didn't Keg King have the fermenter sauce as well?
yeah, they did. So and we've had that previously.
Well, yeah, well, I had one
Up and
gifted
down.
to me as
You
a
did, you
for
did,
Christmas.
yeah. You know, we sell that product. That product was okay. This is a massive step up from those original products. Everything that they learnt about those particular products, they've addressed in these more recent ones. And actually, this goes sort of hand in hand with the now sort of almost worldwide plastic kegs, using one-way kegs and that sort of thing. It's the same sort of technology that they're using for that, which has made these more accessible. But yeah, what a great product to have at such a, you know, the price point is fantastic. So to be able to completely pressure ferment, oxygen-free transfer to keg, or serve from the vessel, you can do what you want.
And vessels where you can dump the trub out, etc.
Exactly that. The one thing that we always say about them is you've got to keep beer dark. So you know that needs thinking about from the get go.
But they have a cover, don't they, for some of them?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get covers, but often people are going to have fermentation chambers that are dark, or they wrap them in blankets, or whatever. But that is the important thing, that they need to be kept. Your beer needs to be kept dark. Actually, on the word of fermenters, so we have got a few new things coming from Brew Tools as well.
Oh, is this the thing that they keep showing little snippets of on their Facebook channel?
Indeed, yeah. So from 1st of March, we'll have more on those. Sneaky little video as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, new product release. There's always going to be a video from us.
Nice.
Right, so looking a little bit further ahead, then we've got a couple of events that we're going to be partaking in.
Yeah.
The first is, provided you haven't beaten me up for beating you in our IPA showdown,
If you're not too still crying.
we've got a little trip to Pillars, haven't we, for the Lager Than Life competition, which is being hosted by London Amateur Brewers, right? So myself and Reiki are going to go along, spend some time with people that are there for the judging and for the announcing of the winners.
They are actually having a social there as well, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
they are.
always such a
Yeah.
great event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's really cool is that our friends at Budvar are sponsoring the Czech Lager category, directly off the back of the work we've done with them, and getting them talking to the organisers of Lager Than Life. So I'm sure you'll be able to go and have a few more handshakes with Radim.
Looking forward to it, seeing my really good friend Vadim.
So Joe, big project that you've been part of.
Yes, International Women's Day.
Yeah.
Absolutely, which is coming up next month. We went to Elusive beginning of this month,
Yeah.
and did a big batch brew, which is fantastic. So it's an oatmeal stout, looking at coming in about 4.8%.
Yeah.
They should be landing here in the
Cans of
next
that
day
will
or
be
so.
the cans of that will be on the website for this weekend when this video goes out.
fantastic. Along with the recipe.
Yes, the
So
recipe's
you
already
can,
there.
You can brew the recipe. You can buy the beer. You can try them both together. You can also bring the beer along to the launch event we're doing with Good Chemistry in Bristol at the Good Measure on the 11th of March.
Yeah.
So 12 o'clock onwards, bring your beer along. We'll do a bit of a bottle share, try each other's beers, see what how everything's come out. We've did a 40-litre brew here, and we split it, so we've left one as the base recipe, and then we've tweaked the other one slightly. So it's been really good fun, actually, just to have a bit of play around with different things you can do with it to enhance flavour.
Wasn't this recipe developed so that you could layer on different adjuncts, different flavourings, and kind of...
Yeah, absolutely. But the
build on it?
base recipe just on its own is lovely.
And then, Rob, you and I have got another little trip away, haven't we? Another romantic evening away together. Where are we going?
Sunderland, beware.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to Brew Labs. Really, really can't wait. It's going to be really good fun. Carrying on that education, and there'll be a couple of videos from that. And that's going to be really good fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we really want to. I think, looking at what you said at the very beginning of this video, we really want that education around yeast to carry on throughout this quarter for homebrewers, because often yeast can be the overlooked part of your brew day or your batch of beer. Some people do think of it as just another ingredient that put it in, leave it, job done.
Yeah.
Whereas actually, because it's an organism and it needs specific conditions to thrive, we really want to make sure everybody has as much information about that as possible, so that your beer tastes as good as it can.
Do you know, I think that homebrewers can be guilty of saying, I've always done it this way and my beer's been all right. I don't want all right
Alright's
beer.
not good enough.
I don't want all right beer. I
Amazing
want
beer.
absolutely awesome beer, and I want every batch to be absolutely awesome. And yeast health and knowledge about yeast and what you're doing with it is massively important to that. So that's why we're doing it.
That's it for this edition of our roundtable discussions. We hope you found some of the content here interesting and given you a bit of an insight into what's coming up for all things homebrewing and Malt Miller related. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell for notifications, give this video a thumbs up. All of that really helps us. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And as always,
Have a great brew.